Welcome back to Blind Item Breakdown. Our first blind item is about Selena Gomez and her former co-star Jake Austin from The Wizards of Waverly Place. It reads, the actress, producer, singer realized that she was being scammed, but what she might not realize is that she was being scammed by a guy who is good friends with the actor she thought she was personally helping. The Wizards of Waverly Place having drama is crazy. I mean, we just had the reboot back in September, so there's already things happening, but it seems like Jake Austin is a little bit sketchy here. Selena might want to reconsider, sharing her number with him. And this is a headline I did not see coming. Selena Gomez exposes scammer impersonating Jake T. Austin after fraud attempt. I mean, I'm all here for Selena exposing scammers. And scamming has gotten really professional. People can go and act like they are contacting you through a different number. So maybe the call is coming from a number that you already have in your phone, but it's not actually from that number. The incident unfolded early Thursday when Selena shared the fraudster's phone number registered in South New Jersey, shout out to New Jersey, on her Instagram stories. It seems like whoever this person was pretending to be Jake fabricated a crisis to exploit Selena's loyalty and emotional connection. She wrote, taking advantage of me and my love for my friends, enjoy that person's number. When Jake T. Austin is in trouble, I need to hear from him and him only. So how did this scammer get away with fooling Selena that he was the real Jake? But also, how did he even get her number? Well, when you look up this number, this name Paul Caruso comes up, which sounds very New Jersey. And there's quite the coincidence because someone pointed out that Jake Austin had actually previously mentioned working with someone with a similar name back in June. So Selena, that scammer, may have gotten your number because Jake gave it to him, or he stole it from Jake. In his Instagram post, he wrote, excited to announce after so many years in front of the camera, I've co-written my first feature with my good friend, Paulie Caruso. So this is all speculation, but I would assume that Jake had Selena's number. Somehow Paulie got it and decided to try and scam the billionaire, but he didn't get away with it.
We called and it rang and then it stopped, and then we called again and then it didn't ring. No, it rang and then it said user busy, and we called again and then it said user busy, and then we called again. One may say it was crazy, but we were curious. And we called again, and it said, it did this color cannot be completed. So they disconnected the number really fast, which probably, that's crazy. But yeah, who is it? Who is it?
Our next blind item is about Ben Stiller. I didn't realize how bad of a father he is. This blind item says this A-list mostly movie actor from multiple franchises and not named Ryan has never really had anything positive to say about his kids. Oh, that's sad. However, lately you could tell in his interviews he really wishes he didn't have kids. Oh, that's even worse. It is probably because they keep him with his wife who he really wants to leave. Ben and his wife Christine do seem to have some kind of toxic relationship. They had some issues before COVID. This person pointed out, didn't Ben get back together with his wife during COVID? I don't get the impression that he wanted a divorce. But this blind item brought up his kids, and they could be the reason why he's holding on to this marriage, because nobody wants to watch their parents get divorced. But we're learning a lot about Ben Stiller, maybe a little bit too much, because he's made a documentary that looks back on his childhood and the relationship between his parents. Ben has 2 children, Ella and Quinn, and even 2 is too much for him. You'd think with all the nannies and his wife that he would be content with having these kids.
Okay, to everyone's surprise, Ben Stiller is not a good dad, which is crazy because he has such dad-like qualities. He walks like a dad, he wears glasses like a dad, he talks like a dad. He doesn't have that player vibe that, other people might have, that you'd be like, I can see him being a bad dad. Kanye West, nobody's surprised, right? He does dad things too. He's always at the Knicks games with other people's kids. It's just bring your own kids to the Knicks games every once in a while. He's a director. A director is just the dad on set. Go there, turn the lights off, be quiet. This is a different type of deadbeat dad though. He was reading scripts and just not reading books to his kids at night.
It almost seems like this documentary is the first time that he's been hanging out with his kids and listening to them. ever. Actually, his son was quoted saying that you're trying to balance being a director, actor, producer, writer, but also like a father. And sometimes I felt like that would come last to these other things. So just saying that Ben cared a lot more about his career than he did his kids. And keep in mind, they're like 20 and 23 now. We're not talking about children. They're all grown up and they still feel this void and emptiness. And it makes me feel bad for them. I mean, what's the point of having a famous and rich father if like, I mean, you don't even want to brag about like having a, you know, if you're in school, having a dad like that, if they're not around. I mean, Ella told Ben in the documentary, I literally can't ever remember you being around when I was growing up. Like, she has no memory of this man. Ben told the Sunday Times, I probably effed up more with my kids than my parents did with us, like his family. My son tells me that being a dad might not have been at the top of my list. And the way that he's like kind of showing this off, it sounds even more disturbing. He's just like, yeah, like that's the thing. We all know it and accept it. It seems like Ben's relationship with his kids hit a low point in 2017 when he and his ex-wife Christine had split up. Ben says, I feel bad about what us breaking up did to these kids, but it was possibly the best thing to ever happen for Christine and me. So I guess maybe they took each other for granted at first.
You have to work at it. And, you know, COVID happened and we all got in a house together with our family. And I don't know, I'm grateful. I don't have any great relationship advice other than, you know, I'm so grateful that we're back together. And I think now I think sometimes people shouldn't get back together. Sometimes it's not the right thing. For us, it was the right thing. But now every day that we're together, we do not take for granted. Yes. At least I know I don't. And, you know, because it's, you know, it could go away. And that to me is the gift for our relationship is that we have that every day. And I really am so happy that we're together.
Everyone in Hollywood has been holding back their secrets while the rest of us are struggling to keep up, which is why I'm a big fan of today's sponsor, LifeMD. So LifeMD is a virtual care platform where you can build a real plan with real clinicians. It's also 100% online, which I love, and this is how it works. Step 1, you'll take a short and private quiz about your goals. Then step 2, you'll meet with a board-certified doctor who will review your results and create a personalized plan. If you qualify, they may prescribe an FDA-approved GLP-1, like Wegovy or Zepbound, and you don't have to deal with that clinic waiting room. And for step 3, LifeMD will check your insurance coverage for you. If you're not covered, they'll walk you through some options and discounts. Then your prescription goes to your local pharmacy or straight to your door. Take charge of your weight now. Visit lifemd.com/Sloan or scan the QR code on the screen to get up to 50% off on LifeMD's weight management program today. And enjoy the rest of this video. Our next blind item is about Gigi Hadid and Bradley Cooper. The barely there celebrity offspring was hoping for marriage, but instead her bearding contract with the A-lister is going to expire. This comment pointed out that Bradley was just seen having lunch with someone else. Ooh, you better get Yolanda on this scene. She's got to save this. I just know that she was so happy about Gigi's relationship with Bradley. She doesn't care about an age gap. She just likes that clout. But now that this is slipping away, what are we gonna do? Somebody said that Gigi can do so much better than Bradley. He's too old for her and looks ridiculous now. I don't know if you guys have seen recent pictures of Bradley Cooper, but there is something spooky about him.
Besties, what has happened to Bradley Cooper's face? We know something has definitely happened, and we know if he was a woman, it would be front page news. We know back in 2023, he started having like hair transplants, and also there's a really long recovery process for facelifts, but you can't convince me that this is not a bit of a reaction to being with a much younger woman. And we can see like he's got a recede, you know, he's got the little going on. And then suddenly at some point you see him with a very young, good hairline. He's literally become a meme, right? Because we're kind of watching this older guy who's now in his 50s trying to keep up with his very fashionable, very beautiful young girlfriend. Are they just not as good when it comes to men's faces? Do they not have as much experience with men? I don't know what it is, but something's not right.
In other news, it seems like Gigi is doing well as far as sobriety goes, which is good to hear because the blind items say otherwise about Bella, but it seems like Bradley Cooper is encouraging her to live a sober life. Bradley has been sober since 2004, realizing that drugs and alcohol could sabotage his whole life. If you're going to be close to Bradley in any meaningful way, then you're going to be on his sobriety journey with him, which is pretty intense, but you know what? You can't hate living a healthy lifestyle. I mean, better than, Gigi being arrested a couple years ago for having some weed in a foreign country. Like, that just starts to get messy.
Gigi Hadid was reportedly arrested and charged with possessing cannabis. The supermodel was allegedly arrested after flying to the Cayman Islands last week, possessing the substance and drug paraphernalia. She was apparently fined $1,000 but has no conviction on her record. A rep said it was purchased legally in New York with a medical license.
Now let's get into our Taylor Swift blind items for the day. This one involves Blake Lively. It reads, "Don't believe the hype. There's no way on earth that this legal team of the A-list singer, Taylor, would let her talk to the A-list actress, Blake, until the current case is concluded. They don't care if you like your friends canceled, because you could get canceled too if you get wrapped up with Justin Baldoni and Blake and that mess." This comment reads, "I'm so over them. It just needs to end. Why would she talk to someone that tried to blackmail her? But she's her dragon, isn't she?" Taylor Swift has been doing press for her album and talking about her wedding. I have a feeling that Blake Lively won't be there, even though Taylor Swift is the godmother to Blake Lively's children. Now, the guest list will be extensive, but she's going to be picky. It's going to be a destination wedding, so I wonder where in the world would she get married? Please don't say it's going to be like an Italian Bezos wedding. Taylor wants this wedding to be completely drama-free, so that means Reynolds-free and Lively-free. She's aware that people will look at her guest list for signs of tension or old grudges. Okay, I love how she's already anticipating all this. I wonder if she'll do something like some Easter eggs with her invite list. Like, is she going to play with that when it comes to her wedding? Are people going to have to like solve a puzzle to get there? I guess they're going to get married kind of soon because she's already decided to invite broadly everyone from past collaborators to industry friends, but Blake won't be one of them. The fact that Taylor Swift is so close to Blake Lively does make me look at her differently. They were constantly seen together. Actually, Taylor has even included like Blake's children's names in some of her album work for like Easter eggs in her folklore album. So if Blake is as bad as what people are saying, then why is Taylor and her so close? How did they even get so close?
Page 6 just reported that Taylor Swift has no contact with former bestie Blake Lively since the Justin Baldoni lawsuit drama. Blake Lively and Taylor Swift still seem to have bad blood, while Instagram scuttlebutt Demois reported this week that the former friends, whose relationship was marred amid the fallout from Lively's legal drama, had a low-key reunion. Page 6 hears otherwise. They've had no contact, a source tells us, saying that the once tight pair haven't spoken since last winter, when the drama surrounding the case began unfolding. Another source confirmed that the former BFFs have not spoken or seen each other, but did not elaborate on a timeline. It talks about the dragon text message again being like, the message could not have been clearer. It also cites that a source in February told that the debacle made Swift feel used about the dragon text messages. Another source told us in August that Swift will forever be furious at how Blake quite clearly was using her for clout and leverage in dealing with Justin.
Now, we don't know when she's going to get married. I mean, football season is kicking off. She's got this album. Maybe she'll tour for it. I don't know if she will because she's probably so tired from doing the Eras tour. They say, though, that Taylor's in total control. I mean, she's paying for it, right? I don't think Travis Kelce's going to be paying for any of it. Taylor will make her wedding day her biggest celebration yet, not just for her, but for Travis and everyone who stood by her. So it seems like everyone's getting an invite. Good for her. Who's not going to be on the invite list? Okay, so Scooter Braun, probably not Katy Perry, right? I don't think she really likes Katy Perry. Could we see Miley Cyrus there? Definitely not Kanye West, not Kim Kardashian, none of the Kardashian Jenners. I don't know why. I could kind of see maybe like Kendall Jenner weaseling her way in. Maybe she's somebody's plus one. Like, oh my gosh, what did I think about Harry Styles? But people are still analyzing Taylor's every move, and this song Canceled does have people wondering how she feels about Blake. Maybe they are still friendly on the side.
Taylor Swift is wearing Blake Lively's bracelet in the cover photo on Spotify for the song Canceled, and not just any bracelet, the bracelet that Blake Lively wore in this dress for the premiere of It Ends With Us. I swear Swifties can find anything. If Taylor Swift puts an Easter egg in something, it's only a matter of time before a Swiftie posts it, like this. And then another one found it saying, one more proof that Canceled was written about Blake Lively. Taylor Swift wore the exact same bracelet that was made exclusively for Blake Lively to wear on It Ends With Us premiere. Okay, so here's the bracelet that Taylor has on in the picture. So if you look close, it's got, big discs with some detail on them, and then in between it almost looks like a diamond ball. And then Blake's bracelet from It Ends With Us premiere in slow-mo. It is 100% two separate bracelets. I think it's the same one. Blake Lively has now showed her support for Taylor Swift publicly by liking Taylor's album post on her Instagram.
Our next Taylor blind item involves SZA, the pathological liar, but I love you, SZA, I really do. She just got a lying problem. It's okay. I mean, you just kind of know when it comes to those friends, like they're going to tell you that they're from different places and, oh, I've never watched a TV before. Do you guys remember when she said that she never owned a TV and then she posted a video of her doing yoga in her living room with a television on? This blind item reads, it isn't a shock that the all caps singer rapper called out the A-list singer. The A-list singer did everything in her power to make sure the all-cap singer and rapper couldn't debut an album at #1. This comment reads, someday Taylor and her people's manipulation of the charts will come out. Her popularity is definitely manufactured, at least in part. Well, let's talk about this feud between SZA and Taylor Swift, because I did not see it coming, but I'm not mad at it. Now, what happened was SZA was caught liking a post that was accusing Taylor Swift of using words like bad B-word and savage and language like this that, Meg Thee Stallion had her song, I'm a Savage. But anyways, using this rhetoric, and they were calling her out for, I guess, just it's not really the tone we typically see her use. I mean, this album did have some random moments where she's saying the word like dick and stuff like that. Whether Taylor Swift is 35 or 45 or however old she is, she just feels younger than me. I don't want to see her saying these things. But here's that video that SZA was caught liking.
I love Swifties because they will look at a speck of dust for 3 hours hoping it means something. But because I actually called out inappropriate behavior in her music and inappropriate things, y'all are in a tizzy and being like, these don't black from. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They derive directly from black culture. Because if they didn't, let me just tell you this, if they didn't, we shouldn't be using savage. We shouldn't be using the word savage. Because the actual derivative of the word savage is a derogatory term for black and indigenous folks from colonial times. The only reason that we are able to use it today is because the black community repurposed it for themselves and reclaimed it and then put it into music and art. Bad bitch, same thing. It was a phrase used to predominantly describe black women. And black women reclaimed that through music and art. Those two things, black bitch and savage, are used by a particular artist named Megan Thee Stallion. Girls in the Hood, the opener is I'm a Bad Bitch, and Savage. Who was the last woman that Travis Kelce tried to date or showed interest in before Taylor Swift? Megan Thee Stallion.
Somebody asked, is this real? Because didn't she shout out Taylor during her Grammy speech? Damn, I'm disappointed in SZA. Media literacy at an all-time dead. SZA, out of all people, maybe Nicki was right. I don't know what happened between them. It sounds like we're getting Bad Blood Part 2 because SZA did shout out Taylor Swift in her speech. So what went wrong? Our next blind item is about Rob Kardashian and Blac Chyna. This blind item reads that the color country, because her name is Blac Chyna. Okay, so she's broke, is what they're saying. The child support is not all that much, and the clock is winding down on the payments. So she wants to hook up with the rarely seen reality star family member and lock him down. I can see Blac Chyna trying to work her way back into the Kardashians, which is crazy because she sued Kylie, Kim, Kris, all of them for $100 million in damages, and now she's trying to go and get cool with them again. I mean, Blac Chyna, I think you're aware Rob doesn't have the money, but I think you know that. It's about the family money, because whenever he goes broke, it'll be easy for, Mama Kris to go and, send some money. This comment reads, the one who stays out of the spotlight, well, good for him. Like any man who's been in their orbit, the kryptonite Kardashians repel even their own brother. Imagine being Rob and hearing what people have said and seen of his sisters and the tape. Okay, we don't need to get into the tape right now. We're focusing on Blac Chyna. Recently, Blac Chyna did a little expo thing where she spoke and she was asked about her relationship with Rob. And she goes on to share that they are working on their relationship. They are healing. She posted on Instagram that their love will last forever. And she also acknowledged that she speaks to Kim. I don't know what her and Kim would even talk about. She also added that she's spoken to Kris and Khloe too. However, she hasn't seen Kourtney and hasn't seen Kylie, which she has a weird relationship with Kylie because Kylie dated Tyga when she was underage. Blac Chyna has a son with Tyga. So the dynamics are weird. But here's that clip of Blac Chyna.
Yeah. We're healing. Oh my God, I love it. and we're communicating, and we're just going with the flow. And if God be, then it will be something. So can I say this? I was with you guys. I had the privilege of spending.
She explained that while her relationship with Rob's sisters and mother wasn't as strong as it was before her lawsuit, they're still able to be cordial around each other. The thing about Blac Chyna is that she's the mother of the only true, I guess, Kardashian last name. I guess Rob would have to have a son for the Kardashian last name to continue. Or is that mindset kind of dated? Is her name Northwest Kardashian? I feel like they could all just add Kardashians to the end of their names. It is crazy that they're trying to restart this again, especially with the amount of domestic violence and screaming and arguing that happened within this relationship. But you know what? Blac Chyna says she's been sober for years now. She's a completely different person than who she is. The question is, what happened to Rob, and is he any different? And is there any reason to continue this relationship besides their daughter? Because their daughter seems just completely content. So don't go and mess with her mind with your guys' immature games.
Rob Kardashian is denying that him and Blac Chyna are actually back together. Well, not him, but sources close to him saying it's just not true. While Blac Chyna, on the other hand, is saying we're trying to work things out. I want more kids, and I'd rather have them with Rob than Tyga. She also mentioned that Rob is her person, that he's funny, but a lot has happened between the two of them since 2016. She also got sober and went down her sober journey and said that reshaped her life in a lot of different ways. And so she's not the same person that she was in 2016 when they first were dating or got engaged and had Dream. But so much has happened. She has sued his family saying that, you know what, they ruined my career. He has leaked photos of her, explicit photos at that. I think that the source close to Rob is just trying to keep it under wraps for now. We could tell by the IG likes, the tagging, that there is something going on that's a little more than co-parenting. I'm wondering if the Kardashian household is like, you know what, we are not having this. Too much has happened. And that's who the source is. Her mother has publicly bashed the Kardashians for a while now also.
Speaking of immature, let's talk about Chrisean Rock, the baby mama who has rapped in the past, but now is a pass around for Ray J and others, is now being accused of exposing her baby to drugs, and that the baby may have accidentally ingested those things, which is why he's not doing well. Chrisean Rock is, I can say, you know what? I really don't like to say someone's a terrible mother, but I almost feel like I can say it. We've talked about what she's put this baby through, on top of him probably having issues because of her consuming alcohol and drugs while she was pregnant with this baby. It's I think it's affected him clearly, and she won't even acknowledge that, which has led to him it doesn't seem like he's getting the care that he needs if he does potentially have a disability. Chrisean needs serious help and the baby placed with someone temporarily. This is not cute at all. And CPS won't remove the child. Well, guess what? She's still up to her partying ways. She was recently with her rapper boyfriend, Hood Trophy Bino. Bino? I hope that's not like a B-I-N-O. I've never heard that term before. Hopefully it's not a bad word. We will censor it if it is a bad word. I don't know. But we'll call him Hood Trophy. Well, Chrisean and Hood Trophy were at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. And when they are there, they're probably getting into trouble. Their hotel room was found in disarray. My pet peeve is someone leaving a hotel room trashed. Okay, you can use the towels. You can maybe leave the bed all messed up. But I hate when people go into a hotel room and they think they could just trash it and they like it and they're excited to leave it dirty. That just to me is some bad karma. They had whippet cans all over the place, Don Julio bottles, scattered clothing. Why are they doing whippets with an infant around? There's also smoking in the room. So secondhand smoke. I mean, I'm sure that kid is probably pretty much high all the time because of their mother. It feels like CPS should be involved. I don't know how they're not. We actually have a video of Chrisean's lovely boyfriend, Hood Trophy. And he actually admits on live stream that Chrisean's baby fell off of the bed and she did not pick up her baby. Did not go and pick him off the floor.
That's what me and her really got into it about. Look, little bro fall off the bed. I'm like, man, pick him up. She like, oh, he's strong. Man, pick up the
In another clip, you could see her boyfriend having a brief interaction with officers while Chrisean Rock was heard speaking off camera. The situation was allegedly resolved on site with no action taken, but I feel like if you are having the authorities called on you all the time, then you're the problem.
How you doing? Girl, got you, man. I'm doing good. Yeah.
How you doing? Here come your harassment complaints.
Now, I thought Krishan Rock was a changed woman. I've been trying to reach out to your managers, Krishan. I have things I need to talk to you about, like, immediately. If anyone knows Krishan, you want to tell her manager. Is your manager, like real? I don't know. I've emailed her several times. Anyways, back in September 2024, we actually saw Krishan Rock kind of like pull a Black China. She became all religious, was trying to become sober, and I was rooting for her, but something changed, and changed big time, because she's back on this road of disaster, and she's not even like getting paid for it. Look at this recent live stream of Krishan and Ray J together, and she was so distracted or like motivated to go and fight in this scene, whether it was real or not, that she left her baby on the chair, and he just looks so helpless.
And why the fuck we got on the same outfit? Now that's course. No, I'm not good. I'm not good. Are you the bitch that was on the phone? Is you the bitch from the phone? No. Are you from the phone?
Tyler Perry, I haven't heard about you in a while. If the A-list producer, director, writer can't buy off an accuser, he makes them out to be crazy and in need of help. Remember, Derek Dixon is suing Tyler Perry for a lot of money, claiming that Tyler Perry got into bed and grabbed him by the cheeks, and I'm not talking about his face. This comment pointed out that it's been really quiet about Tyler Perry, not a peep on social media as I could tell. Probably smart for him to disappear for a while and give people time to forget. Tyler's being sued for $260 million. I cannot believe he's being sued by that much, but it kind of feels like Tyler is being blackmailed, and it's apparent that Tyler Perry's probably like maybe a gay man, maybe he's bisexual, I don't know, but he's been trying to keep this on the low, but Derek just completely blew his cover. Now, when these claims first came out, it seemed like Tyler Perry was trying to brush them off, but eventually he had to respond.
He's got the whole world in his hands. He got the whole world in his hands. Hey, I'm just sitting here on my porch just looking. What am I looking at? I'm looking to the hills from whence cometh my help. For my help, some of y'all know the rest. I just wanted to come on and just tell everybody, just be as calm as you can.
Now, the biggest issue that Tyler's running into is that the text messages have data and receipts, and you can't fake text messages. You can't go make them up. So these messages are the evidence for Derek. He really screwed over Tyler when it came to that. And all Tyler has to say for himself is that these text messages are fake. But Derek's lawyer pointed out there's no proof of how like these text messages are faked or were generated. Like, at least tell us why you think they're fake, because we're telling you they're not. And these are text messages where Tyler Perry was asking him creepy questions about his intimate life.
So these are the text messages between Tyler Perry and Derek Dixon. This is Tyler sending Derek a picture of him on a jet ski. And then this is Derek in the blue. Nice picture. Yeah, the water does look calm. Tyler's response, nice picture with 4 question marks. And then Derek in all caps, great, amazing, awesome picture, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. And then back to Tyler. You don't see that stud in the quote unquote nice picture? Rude. Okay. Right, and we just had a heaping dose of it, and now it's back to nothing. It's really weird. I didn't have any contact. What are you talking about? I haven't been touched in months. Oh, you mean touching? I thought you meant being around people. Jacob. Who is Jacob? I love that you only say that when I'm being stupid. Laugh out loud. I guess the Jacob's dumbass version of me. What's it going to take for you to have guiltless sex? Have y'all found that yet in therapy? Yes, it's the exact same kind of card, Geo Metro. Giving up my religious guilt, becoming a Buddhist. That's so cool. Where you came from? Unfortunately, Derek, I have friends who are in their 50s and 60s who are still dealing with that, and it's so sad. You can have freedom from religious guilt and still believe in Christ. Treat myself right. What are you doing? Derek, just talking to my sister. I roll. Fine. Good night. I'll go through the 600 people in my phone book and be annoyed that I don't want to talk to any of them. Trying to get off so I can go to sleep. Laugh out loud. I understand. Laugh out loud. Laugh out loud. Apparently, you're not the only one that's been drinking tonight. I just started.
Our next blind item is about Tom Cruise and Ana de Armas, who recently had a bad breakup. Let me know in the comments below if you want a deep dive into their messy breakup. This blind item reads, the pint-sized actor and the foreign-born actress never dated, so the breakup is so that she can move on with her life. This person questioned, did anyone actually believe that so-called relationship? So she heard about the fish rumors. Good for her. Which, remember, there were rumors that like Tom Cruise went into a grocery store, bought a fish, and then like effed the fish and then left it in a bathroom. We've talked about that before in a video. Somebody else said, for Tom, there are always more fish in the sea. Tommy uses the same playbook over and over again. When will he ever have any real relationships? What's interesting about their relationship is that it was born out of a movie that doesn't seem to be working out because nobody wants to budget this huge film that Tom Cruise is so adamant to do. And it seems like Anna was going to be his partner in this film, but I can't imagine that going forward with them breaking up. The spark had been gone between them, but they still love each other's company and they've been really adult about it. She's already been cast in his next film, so they will continue to work together. Wow. So I wonder if she's just wanting to move on, and if this relationship wasn't real, was it to try to get like buzz about the movie? I feel like nobody actually wanted to go and fund his film, so maybe he used Anna as a way to go and create some PR buzz, maybe get people interested in their relationship so the film would get more attention. I can't believe there were reports that these two were moving to Vermont together and having a quiet life because it's so far from what really happened. And maybe Ben Affleck will get his chance. He's been waiting for this moment. But here's a throwback clip of Anna talking about Tom.
I feel like after this movie, Hollywood's going to crown you the queen of stunts, and you're going to be working with the king of stunts, Tom Cruise, next. What can you say about the project that you guys are about to do together?
Nothing.
Scuba diving, something like that, right?
Nothing.
Maybe.
A lot of training, but no, a lot of, yeah.
What does it feel like to be getting such high praise from him? He saw the film and he's telling everybody that you guys crush it in this.
It makes me really happy and proud, and it's surreal that someone like him is like in the movie and supporting the film and celebrating other people's films, and yeah, it's amazing.
Our next blind item is about Brandy, Ray J's sister. The singing sister of the adult star is hooked on drugs. Her tour will not go well. This person commented that she's such a loser. Brandy, she abruptly walked off stage at one of her shows, leaving Monica to do damage control. So Brandy was recently performing a show with Monica, and during the 5th act, something happened. Brandy left in the middle of her singing her song, Baby, and there were about 23,000 people in the crowd watching her just walk off of stage. It didn't look like she was having a medical emergency, but something seemed off. Some people were saying, what happened to the show must go on. Brandy is showing that she is still a spoiled brat. Imagine going to the Boy Is Mine tour and they never played this song. And it seems like production was offbeat as well. So there were a lot of issues here. Actually, I saw videos going viral of people all waiting in line to go and file paperwork for a refund on their concert tickets.
Everybody is filling out papers and complaining because they didn't complete the show how they were supposed to. They want their money back.
Somebody said there are thousands of people who are waiting for this show. They paid for this show. If you got a problem with the sound, you don't storm off. It's a bad look. The biggest artist in the world would never do this. So it does make it seem like Brandy's just unprofessional. We're all just living in her world.
What? Oh my God. No fucking way. No, she's not. What happened? Brandy had a malfunction.
Our next blind item is about J-Lo and her ex-husband. Her ex-husband from a long, long time ago. The one that she cheated on him with Diddy. But let's get to the blind item. The permanently sweaty, coke-loving ex of an A-list everything in her mind will do anything for 30 seconds of fame. He hits on women by saying who he was married to and has been doing that for 20 years. Just an awful human. Well, it's interesting, you know, Ojana, her ex-husband has been like really trying to make J-Lo look bad, but this blind item is saying that he is a mess. There's no doubt in my mind that he's using J-Lo's name to pick up women. I'm sure he does that every time he meets someone saying, oh, you know who I was married to? Even though that marriage was a fluke. Ojana says that J-Lo chose fame and fortune. You decided to lie, to cheat on me, even though I stayed. I even tried to keep the marriage going alive. You even begged me to stay because at at the time you didn't want bad press. That's what you cared about more. I feel like JLo's the one who got away when it comes to Ojana, but she did an interview with Howard Stern, which is part of the reason why he's so upset, because she says that she never has been loved before, pretty much stating that all of her past relationships, the men were incapable of loving her. And of course, he wanted to step in and say, I did love you. You were the problem.
Jennifer Lopez's ex-husband, Ohani Noah, is speaking out. After they got divorced, Jennifer Lopez started dating P. Diddy. And he's come out before, like, claiming that P. Diddy ruined their marriage and things like this. So now he's coming out and he's saying that he wants to make it clear that he was not at any P. Diddy parties, but that J-Lo was. And he went on to call P. Diddy a POS. He said that he's responsible for their marriage ending. And he even did like this little slideshow showing Jennifer Lopez with P. Diddy. And he's always maintained that Jennifer Lopez has had him blackballed and has ruined his career.
JLo said, quote, what I learned is it's not that I'm not lovable, it's that they're not capable. They don't have it in them, which is kind of like, you know, a little bit rude to say. I mean, are you saying that these people have no soul? She said, and they gave me what they had. They gave me it all, every time. The rings, all the things I could ever want, the houses, the marriage, all of it. But she also admits that she didn't love herself, which kind of sounds like we're hearing some truth now.
Yeah. As soon as I heard Jennifer Lopez on Howard Stern talking about how, oh, I've been married so many times and it's just none of them ever loved me, and I had to learn that it's not me, it's not that I'm not worth loving, they just don't know how to love. I've never met that woman a day in my life, but I could just feel the full of shitness radiating off her body. Like, first off, you've been married 4 times. Oh, little sidebar, none of those marriages lasted more than 2.5, 3 years. None of them. Some of them didn't even make it to a full year. Countless relationships in between, but you've been married 4 times. None of those men ever loved you, and it was never your fault. They just didn't know how to love. You just kept picking men to marry that didn't know how to love. I heard that, and all I could think was, that's the sound of a woman who's never taken accountability for anything she's ever done in her life.
Better luck next time, JLo. You know, I've been saying this for years now. I feel like JLo has a few more marriages like that she could, you know, get through. She's still like young. She's looking great. I feel like I could see a couple more marriages, a couple more divorces. She might break a record. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Blind Item Breakdown, and I'll see you in a new video soon. Bye, guys.